Scientists are busy creating consciousness through AI. If we can create machines which are self-conscious, how can we explain Atman then, who said that in deep sleep, some consciousness is still aware of the state of deep sleep? Scientifically, it has been observed that our brains are most active when we are in deep sleep. So isn't this awareness part of that? Is there any need to have Atman for explaining this?
Okay, this is what is called materialist reductionism. Scientists are busy creating consciousness through AI. No, they are not. You just have to speak to a scientist. Any scientist, anybody who's working in AI especially. So they are, what is AI doing? Look at the name, artificial intelligence, not artificial consciousness. So these the robots, the AI, all of these programs, they are all imitating, replicating certain human capacities. Intelligence, memory, decision making, even creativity. The new AI machines are doing that. I was just mentioning it. I asked ChatGPT to write me a poem on Swami Vivekananda. It did that. And a very nice poem. And then I said, write me another poem on Swami Vivekananda. It did that also. It took less than 3 or 4 seconds. And if I did that to ChatGPT all day long, it would keep on writing poems by the dozens and hundreds all day long, all different poems and all pretty good. If you ask me to write a poem on Vivekananda, I could. But it would be maybe difficult for me to write one and I would take time over it. And if you asked me to keep writing poems every minute, I couldn't. None of us could. So AI can do those things. It can do just about everything we're capable of doing except one thing, which is consciousness. You say, are you stipulating this? Are you saying that these things are not conscious? I always say that let's not get into this debate at all. It's not worthwhile. Ask the experts. Ask the people who are doing this programming. All of them will say, yes, we are making a claim that AI is intelligent, AI has memory, creativity, decision-making power. None of us are claiming that AI is conscious. By conscious, I mean, you have to understand what is meant by consciousness. Consciousness simply means the feeling of life itself, the capability of experience. I give the example of, in San Francisco, you have these, what do you call them, self-driving cars, Google self-driving cars. It's very strange seeing one of them pull up next to you. No passenger, no driver, nothing. And driving merrily along and better than you. Now, but tell me one thing which is not there, you see, when you are driving the car, you have the sense of sound and, sight and continuous feeling of taking decisions, sometimes anxiety, especially San Francisco, people have very steep ups and downs in the... So, the same activities are being performed by the AI in that car, but that AI has no feeling inside. It's not actually seeing. It has the behavior of seeing, but inside there is no feeling of seeing or hearing anything or feeling anxious or taking any decisions. That feeling is not there. That first person experience is not there. And not only it's not there, if you ask these experts, the programmers and the computer scientists, consciousness studies experts, they have no idea at all how to begin. How to make a system intelligent, they have very good ideas and they're beginning to succeed. How to make it creative, they know how to do that and they're beginning to succeed. How to make it conscious, how to make it feel, no idea. No idea. It's not that it's difficult and we can't do it yet. They have no idea at all. Where to begin? How are we ourselves feeling? That also nobody knows. So, scientists are not engaged in making AI conscious. They have no idea how to do that. But they're interested. Then the second question was that if these machines become conscious, second part of it.
You said that you said that in deep sleep, some consciousness is so aware of the state of deep sleep. Scientifically, it has been observed that our brains are most active when we're in deep sleep. So isn't this awareness part of it?
Yeah, so you said that there's some consciousness even in deep sleep. And now they're seeing that some parts of the brain, especially parts of the brain associated with consciousness, now they're reporting, brain scientists, that those parts are active even in deep sleep, where the subject is in deep sleep. So what he's saying that you are saying that and that's true and this is brain activity has been noticed. So that's what's generating this consciousness. But that's already assuming that brain activity generates consciousness. You might say here, but isn't that true? That is the hard problem of consciousness. I'm not going to go into that. Just Google it. What is the connection between brain activity and consciousness? Nobody knows till now. There are two theories on this. One is that in principle, you cannot explain consciousness through brain activity, which is something that I subscribe to. A material process can give material results. How can a material process generate subjective experiences? Nowhere it does that. So how, this is also a material process in the brain. How will it generate subjective experiences? No, but there's no way of doing that. No way of explaining it also that way. However, there is a whole theory of subtle body and consciousness reflected in the subtle body. That reflected consciousness feels aware. Now, couldn't you generate a subtle body artificially? Because subtle bodies are supposed to be bodies, material, in a Sankhyan sense. So couldn't you generate a subtle body? I guess if you could do that, then it would catch a reflected consciousness. It's like making a mirror. If you are able to make a mirror, you will get a reflected face. Similarly, if you're able to make a proper subtle body someday, you will get a reflected consciousness there, which will function like a real consciousness.